Every year, Apple releases new products that spark excitement and debate. But every few years, something bigger happens, a shift that changes how the entire lineup is built, marketed, and experienced. The iPhone 18 Pro Max represents one of those turning points. What makes it special is not just its specs or its looks. It's the strategy behind it. For the first time in Apple's history, the company is preparing to split its iPhone releases into two distinct paths, one focused on mainstream users, the other built purely for those who want the best, no matter the price. This is Apple's new dual launch strategy, and it begins with the iPhone 18 series in 2026. The plan is bold. In September 2026, Apple is expected to reveal two major devices side by side, the luxurious iPhone 18 Pro Max and the company's first foldable iPhone. Then, months later, another event will bring the base iPhone 18 to the wider market. This schedule means Apple will hold two iPhone events every year, keeping its products in the spotlight all year long. It also means the next few years of iPhone launches will look nothing like before. For everyday buyers, this change might sound simple. But for Apple, it's a complete redesign of how it sells its flagship product. It allows the company to target two audiences at once, the enthusiasts who want the newest and most advanced phone on Earth, and the larger crowd that values affordability and practicality. And this shift already makes the iPhone 17 look like a device from the past. Because every major leak surrounding the iPhone 18 Pro Max suggests Apple is about to jump several generations ahead in both hardware and intelligence. Apple's dual launch vision. Apple's product rhythm has always been predictable: a single iPhone event in September, a clear hierarchy of models, and a 12-month cycle before the next big reveal. That pattern built consistency, but it also limited Apple's ability to innovate publicly. The dual launch system breaks that rhythm. Instead of one major event, there will be two. The first will focus on premium and experimental products, while the second will cater to mainstream models. This keeps Apple visible across seasons, maintaining the excitement that usually fades after the holiday rush. It's not just marketing, it's long-term planning. The reasoning is clear. The smartphone market has matured. People upgrade less often. New features alone are no longer enough to drive sales. By dividing its launches, Apple can deliver premium experiences earlier and refine mainstream ones later. The iPhone 18 Pro Max becomes the showcase, the halo product that defines what Apple technology can do at its best. And this strategy ties directly into the coming wave of luxury variants. Reports hint that the iPhone 18 Pro Max will arrive alongside a limited ultra-luxury edition made from titanium and sapphire-coated glass. This model will not be about mass adoption. It will exist to symbolize the new ceiling of Apple design: exclusive, durable, and intentionally rare. At the same event, Apple is also rumored to debut its first foldable iPhone, a long-awaited device that bridges the phone and tablet world. By pairing a futuristic foldable with a next-generation Pro Max, Apple creates two headlines at once: the future and the pinnacle. The September 2026 launch timeline. The expected timeline makes the story even more interesting. The high-end iPhone 18 Pro Max and the foldable model are set for September 2026, while the standard iPhone 18 is scheduled for early 2027. This means that by the time the base model reaches stores, the premium version will already have dominated tech discussions for months. Why this delay? It's a calculated move. Apple wants to stretch the excitement curve. By spacing launches, the company ensures that interest in its ecosystem never drops. The Pro Max leads the narrative in the fall, and the base iPhone keeps it going in spring. It's the same strategy Apple uses with Macs and iPads: different tiers, different timing, one continuous conversation. This also gives Apple time to fine-tune production and demand. Manufacturing luxury materials and new components is complex, and launching in waves helps Apple manage costs and logistics. For buyers, this staggered rollout creates options. Early adopters can grab the iPhone 18 Pro Max right away, while others can. But make no mistake, the Pro Max will be the phone everyone talks about first. 7 leaks that redefine the iPhone. So, what makes this phone such a big deal? According to multiple credible leaks, the iPhone 18 Pro Max will introduce at least 7 key upgrades that make the iPhone 17 feel instantly outdated. Leak 1: a new camera system. Apple is preparing a completely redesigned sensor array. Instead of focusing on just megapixels, the company is moving toward larger physical sensors that capture more light and detail. Early reports mention a periscope-style telephoto lens capable of up to 6 times optical zoom. Combined with AI-based stabilization, this could make handheld photography rival what dedicated cameras can do. Leak 2: more RAM and faster speed. The Pro Max is expected to include up to 12 gigabytes of RAM, a jump that allows smoother multitasking, faster app switching, and better gaming performance. NCE dynamically. Every part of the iPhone 18 Pro Max becomes smarter the more you use it. Building toward the foldable future. The iPhone 18 Pro Max also plays a strategic role in Apple's roadmap to foldable devices. The technology behind its flexible display components, its hinge-related sensors, and its adaptive software will serve as a bridge to the upcoming foldable iPhone. In essence, the Pro Max will act as Apple's testbed for features that need extreme durability and precision engineering. By launching the Foldable and Pro Max together, Apple can compare user reactions, usage data, and long-term durability in parallel. The Foldable will attract early adopters and tech enthusiasts. The Pro Max will attract professionals who prefer reliability. Both represent the two faces of Apple's future: innovation and consistency. Why these leaks matter. Every leak tells a story about Apple's direction. The focus on AI, materials, and long-term design shows that Apple is moving away from short product cycles. It's aiming for longevity and refinement. The company knows that consumers no longer chase small year-to-year upgrades. Instead, they invest in devices that last several years and evolve through software updates. That's why the iPhone 18 Pro Max matters. It's not just a successor, it's the start of a new rhythm. The 7 leaks collectively point to an ecosystem that learns, adapts, and lasts. The road ahead before launch. Between now and September 2026, we'll see countless rumors, renders, and speculative reports. Some details will change, others will be confirmed. But the overall narrative is already clear. Apple is preparing the iPhone 18 Pro Max to redefine what a premium smartphone means in the second half of this decade. It will bring a sharper focus on artificial intelligence, more sustainable materials, and a clear separation between luxury and mainstream devices. It will also serve as a foundation for Apple's dual launch strategy: 2 events, 2 markets, 1 brand that stays in the news all year long. For users, this means more choice. You'll be able to decide whether you want the best technology immediately or wait for the refined, more affordable version later. Either way, Apple keeps you in its ecosystem. And as leaks continue to surface, one thing becomes certain: the iPhone 18 Pro Max isn't just another phone. It's Apple's message to the industry that the future belongs to those who combine power with intelligence, luxury with purpose, and innovation with patience. For years, Apple has followed a predictable rhythm of visual tweaks. Each generation got a little smoother, a little flatter, a little more minimal. But the iPhone 18 Pro Max goes further. It is expected to be Apple's thinnest flagship yet, built around a new internal structure that reduces thickness without sacrificing strength. The frame will likely move to a lighter titanium-based alloy, similar to what Apple used in its high-end Watch Ultra line, but refined for comfort. This metal gives the phone a firm, premium feel without the cold edge that pure steel often has. It resists corrosion and fingerprints, keeping that fresh out-of-the-box look for longer. The bezels are rumored to shrink almost invisibly. Apple engineers are experimenting with laser-sealed borders that push the display closer to the edge. The result should be a true all-screen appearance, nothing to distract the eye from the image. Durability is another focus. The back panel might use a new fusion glass with nano-ceramic coating, making it far more scratch-resistant. Drop protection, always a quiet obsession for Apple, could see an internal shock absorption frame around the logic board, lowering repair costs from accidental falls. Design, for Apple, is never only about looks. It's about how a device disappears in your hand. The goal is for the hardware to vanish while the experience takes over. That's the philosophy behind the iPhone 18 Pro Max design language: effortless elegance with practical strength. Display and visual experience. The display technology of the iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to redefine what we call realistic. Apple may switch to a next-generation micro-OLED panel capable of reaching new brightness levels without draining the battery. Colors will be richer yet more natural, with improved visibility under sunlight. The refresh rate, still variable up to 120 Hz, could become more adaptive, scaling down to 1 Hz when static and ramping instant. LY during gaming or animation. This saves energy and extends battery life. Another rumor suggests that Apple is exploring a floating pixel calibration technique. This method adjusts pixel alignment dynamically, reducing color shift at different viewing angles. It might sound small, but for creators, photographers, and filmmakers, this could mean true-to-life color no matter how the screen is tilted. Face ID sensors will sit beneath the display this time, nearly invisible. The result will be a completely uninterrupted screen, a clean sheet of glass that feels alive when lit.